It is time for Club and Country. We are coming to you just off the Commodore Barry Bridge on the banks of the Delaware River. You will find the state-of-the-art WSFS Bank Sports Complex, the beautiful home of the Philadelphia Union, and that is where we are at today. We're buzzing to be here. US men's national team getting set to go tomorrow against Paraguay and on Monday against Uruguay. Welcome in, folks. Kev Egan alongside the legends, former US men's national team. All right, Fang.
Fang is in the house.
My boy Fang.
What's up, Fang?
Story, Fang. You're having a
Talk
handsome
to us,
day,
man.
Fang.
Talk to us. What's up, man? Oh, a little bit of kick. Oh, celebrations.
scores.
Yeah, there we go.
Doop,
Dirt off the shoulder.
Doop.
Hey.
You like that one?
My boy.
Listen, good to see you, pal, but you got to go. Cheers.
Just like that, huh?
We got so much to get into
Just
here.
like, but Fang just wanted a little bit of
I
love.
mean, we love you, but we got to go. We're
That's
taking
fair.
MLS 360
All right.
here to US Men's National Team Camp. We've got so much to get into. We're going to have special guests here with us from the training ground. Tanner Tessman will join us. We got Austin Trusty, Brendan Aaronson. We're going to hand it out to Andrew Weeby, who's going to break down everything that's playing out with Major League Soccer players near and far and their qualification hopes for the World Cup. And then Kaylin Kyle. Kaylin's up in Canada. She was at the game last night as Canada were taking on Ecuador. So a good bit to break down in this show. This show will get you covered on everything MLS related as we head toward the World Cup, and certainly for the US men's national team, an awful lot to get into today. Fellas, you've been there, you've done that as players for the national team. Sash, where's your head at right now? This is the penultimate camp before the World Cup.
Yeah, it's always exciting whenever there's a national team camp just to see the product that gets put on the field and then to get us more excited about the World Cup and to see which players are going to make and which players are going to break at this moment. I think it's getting close to do or die time for a lot of players on this roster. I think there are a lot of players in this camp specifically that are getting perhaps their last chance to get a good look in with Pochettino before the World Cup comes around next summer. So I'm excited to see these games.
And as much as we're going to stress the importance of like this being kind of like a do or die setting, and there's more urgency, there's more anxiousness amongst the players, it's also excitement, right? It's exciting because that means that you're one camp closer to being a part of that final camp or one of the final camps going into the World Cup, and you're one step closer to being able to leave a real imprint on the manager, imprint on this fan base, on us as pundits. As we talk and get excited about what the World Cup's going to look like next year, we're also trying to weed down through this team and figure out who are the core pieces, who are those guys that are teetering there on the bubble, and who takes the moment, who takes advantage of these opportunities that have been afforded to them.
I'm excited to break it all down. We're going to play a few games along the way here. But first, Mo, imprint. This place left an imprint on you. You spent years here playing, starring for the Philadelphia Union. Fang took you for a little tour of this unbelievable new complex here. How impressed were you?
I was jealous, man. I had a little bit of FOMO in some ways because this wasn't the experience that I had when I was here. Although I enjoyed it, but this is incredible, as you mentioned, this new sports complex and what it brings to this club now. It just helps to really set them on that next level. I mean, I was a little bit shocked.
They don't got a photo of you on the wall?
I was hurt, man. I felt a little bit hurt. I was searching. I went through all the pictures. No Mo. No love for Mo. And Fang tried to console me, but just. He did reassure me that they would get a picture of me up there in due time. Just hasn't happened yet. It's still relatively
Would it be
new.
a picture of you on the training table?
That's what he did say. Either that or in the hot tub and just relaxing. But we got a chance to see the indoor facility. We went upstairs and we went into the gym. Actually, we had a little race. The boy can't catch me. He can't catch the kid. Even after all these surgeries and injuries, that first couple of steps, you just can't. You know what I mean? He tried to cheat. I gave him his plaudits. All right, you got one.
Fang got you, dude.
I gave him you got to take your moments. Try to get him on some creatine, get him on some supplements. You know what I'm saying? Get this boy bulked up.
Fang needs to get on the Jacob Glesnes
Look at his leg. Look at him. Doing a stanky leg when we were lifting weights. Try to get some snacks.
They got snacks here?
Some more Crustables there, Mo?
Snacky. He tried to charge me. I said, bro, what are we talking about right now? Then he tried to fight me. Look at that.
No, but honestly, how nice is this facility, though, Mo? Like, having played here before this was built.
You're going to nail that.
That's when they showed us. I'm embarrassed that they showed that one. I disrespected my family by missing that shot. No, Sash, to your point, it's incredible, man. Honestly, when I first came to Philly, and I was talking to some of the guys actually just in and around the building, and I was saying, I was impressed. I was at YSC. We had our press conference there. And then I came here, and I was like, oh, that's the one thing. As much as YSC is absolutely incredible, there's a little bit of a disconnect, right? Because the distance between where that was compared to where we were here with the first team. But now having this here, Sash, you could probably attest to this, Kevin, same thing. To me, the ability of a young player to come through the system and dream of being in the first team and then have the first team be that close to you in proximity, that's everything, right? You can come ahead of training and see how these first team players train, how they do things in their before training, after training, how they eat. You can talk to them. You can just, that proximity to me was everything. I felt like that was so important for young kids to feel like that dream is real because you're one step away.
But then you also see it that the players that have gone to the first team have come through here and now not only gone to the first team, but then played for the U.S. men's national team, a few of them that we'll talk to here today. That's the path, right, that these players want to see, that it's possible to go from here on this indoor field in this facility to the first team facility to that stadium that's right down the road.
I think it was the 16s we saw, young players there, and they were all, I could hear them. Is that Mo Edu? Is that Mo? Is that Borat? But they were loving seeing you here, Mo. Sash,
What, Ken?
you talked earlier about...
Nice.
Sorry, pal.
Oh, this man coming for you, bro.
You talked earlier about this potentially being the... Why did I do that? The last camp for these guys. It kind of gave me chills in a way because of just the stakes that are at play here. It's all of a sudden, we reached that point where we're here now.
Yeah, you should talk about stakes and you can talk about opportunity, which is the way that you're going to look at it is some of these players have a massive opportunity to make an impression, and you never know the type of impression you can make on the coach over what you do around the training ground, what you're doing at meals, but most importantly, how you perform in the games. And so the opportunity is there. Every chance you get the opportunity to put on the U.S. men's national team jersey, whether that's just for training or if you get in the game, it's a chance for you to show the coach that you belong.
All right, let's get stuck into the players here because there are some real notable players that are not part of this camp here to take on Paraguay and to take on Uruguay. Christian Pulisic is obviously the headline act. Pulisic has been, dealing with a hamstring injury and he's edging his way back. I think Weston McKenzie is another one when we talk about headline absentees. He's fit, Mo. We're going to put up a graphic here, I think, of some of the players that are not part of this camp right now. McKenzie is one that we have to talk about. Yep. Why is he not here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've heard the comments from Pochettino as to why he said that he's left him back with Juventus. New manager, chance to impress a new manager. But for me, I think it's... And he's also said that we know what we're going to get from Weston, which I still don't know what that means, right? I know what I expect from Weston, and if we were to drop our team as to what our best 11 is, I still have him in it. I still have Weston in that midfield in this shape with Tyler alongside him. But the last camp that we saw Weston in, he was playing more as one of the dual 10s, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess Pochettino, maybe that's the role that he sees him in. But to your question directly, I expected Weston to be here. I think it's so valuable to have a guy like that has the experience of playing in a World Cup, that has that kind of natural leadership and role within this team, within this dynamic of this group of players to help bring this team along. We talk about this team and the importance of people competing for spots, but also we need to talk about this team in the build-up to the World Cup as this team's coming together, the core pieces being aligned, the core pieces being here consistently. So I think it's a big miss for the player and for the group.
I agree. If you look at that graphic and you see the notable absences from this camp, I think 7 of those 8 are locks to be on the World Cup roster. And so when you're building and you're trying to build this team as you get towards the World Cup, it's weird that a lot of them are not here at this point in time. We're getting so much closer to the World Cup, and you would want to build that camaraderie within the group, to build that togetherness. And I understand there are different reasons for all of these absences, but I would love to see all of those players here.
Where's your excitement level versus concern right now with those players missing?
I would say...
We want to be excited, obviously, and we absolutely are. We're counting down to the biggest World Cup of all time. But it's concerning when you talk about Tyler Adams, he's not here. You know, Jedi Robinson, you said to me earlier today that the first 2 names on the team sheet would be Pulisic and Jedi Robinson.
Yeah, 1A, 1B.
He still can't get a start in the Premier League right now through a knee injury.
That one concerns me for sure. And it concerns me more so just because for that reason, that I view Jedi as being... I mean, the past couple of seasons he's had, both for club and country, have been incredible. And he's one of the first names on the team sheet because of that consistency. But with that being said, what's been afforded to Max Aarson is opportunity. And to his credit, he's done what you're supposed to do, which is to come in, put your head down, go to work, and consistently deliver. And I think if I was putting together my roster right now, Max Aarson's on that roster now, right? Because he's etched his name into that position by virtue of the opportunities he's had. To your question directly, though, about concern and excitement, I'm still excited. I'm trying to remain a glass half full guy because of these same reasons. We're getting the last few games now, we've put together some better performances, and we've been missing guys. So I'm encouraged that hopefully at some point, I mean, I guess it would be the next camp, we have our identified group, and that group starts to really gel and come together. I know it's going to be a short amount of time for that to happen, but I'm still relatively bullish about what this group can accomplish.
Yeah, I'm very excited also. I think the excitement level will always be at a 10 out of 10 when we're playing in a home World Cup. That's just, we are going to be so pumped to see this team on the field. You know, that opening game at SoFi Stadium, it's going to be amazing. The concern, I think, is and should be big for this team that we aren't settled on.
Time is running out.
Yeah, and time is running out. And that's part of the concern, is that we aren't settled, I think, on like the largest core group of guys that should be part of this roster. And so I hope at the next camp we have that core, 16 to 18 guys that we know will be on the roster, and then there's guys fighting for those last 8 to 10 spots.
All right, you guys both played at midfield. Sash, I want you to give us your ranking, right? If everybody's fit, everybody's available, take us down the line here on your midfield ranking.
Okay, I don't think this is if everybody is fit and available, Kev. I think this is more of where it stands right now.
Okay.
And so where it stands right now, this is my ranking. I've got in the midfield battle Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, Christian Roldan. 1, 2, 3, I think those are locks. I think they are on the World Cup squad. After that, right now, I think the season that Sebastian Berhalter has put him up to 4. Aiden Morris, Tanner Tessman, and Berhalter. I think those 3 are probably battling for 2 spots on the roster. And then you have Cardoso and Musa, who are still 2 very talented players, but are on the outside looking in.
I'm surprised to see Johnny Cardoso and Yunus Musa so low on that list, given their talent, Sash. Why?
I agree, and for the fact that they've played for big clubs and they've got good experience and they're very talented players, that it just seems like with this national team right now, with Pochettino, they are on the outside looking in, and that they haven't got they haven't taken the opportunities that have been afforded to them. And players like Christian Roldan, Berhalter had a good Gold Cup. Morris and Tessman are playing very well in Europe right now, so they're brought back in. It's all about taking your opportunities, Kevin. I don't think those 2 players have taken their opportunities when they've been given with the U.S. men's national team.
Well, I'm surprised that you have Tessman as low as you do, first of all. I would have probably had him 3, I think, in that.
Above Christian Roldan?
I think so,
I feel like Christian Roldan has really solidified himself within this group.
Why?
Because the way he's come in the last couple of camps and shown, and then the way Pochettino has spoken about him too, that he's a leader, he understands the group, he understands what the team needs in any given moment, and then the way he's played this season, I think his confidence is at sky high right now.
Do you feel like this, so you have Weston too, that's where I'd have him as well, because as I mentioned before, I'd have Tyler and Weston probably as my midfield duo. Do you feel like Pochettino sees him as 2 there?
I'm not sure, and I don't think so, because you mentioned it earlier, he played in one of the dual 10 roles, which I don't think us or Weston think that that's probably his best role, right? I think his best role is a box-to-box guy who has a little bit more freedom to cover a ton of ground while also help defensively and not just be relied upon in the attacking parts of the field. I think that takes away from his game. I think Tyler and Weston are the 2 best box-to-box midfielders that we have, and I would start them together. In a game that I need to win, I would start those 2.
You're more generous than I am, if I'm being honest. Listen, coming out of the last World Cup, Yunus Musa, during like that cycle in general, I think you and I talked about this at length, the talent, the way that he's just like a little bit different in his profile than everyone else on that list, I was incredibly encouraged. I was excited about where this kid's
MMA, right? Everyone's talking about Moosey, McKenna,
and they bossed that game against England in the World Cup, and I was incredibly excited about where this kid's going, right? And then, so if I was drawing up a list, he wouldn't even be on my list right now because of just how he's fallen from grace, and it's a little bit frustrating. It's disappointing because I just think that if he's fit, if he's playing consistently, he takes his team to another level. His skill set is unique, and he can really amplify this team. But even in the games that he did play under Pochettino, it was almost like there was no position for him. No. He's playing, as a right back at times, not playing through the middle of the pitch anymore. So that's one that's incredibly frustrating because I thought this kid was going to be a mainstay.
All these things you were saying are perfectly translatable to Gio Reyna. Reyna finds himself back in with this group right now. A lot of people surprised by that. Gio Reyna's inclusion, given his lack of minutes and performances at Gladbach this season. Sash, what an opportunity for Reyna that's kind of come out of nowhere now to get back in and perform well when given the chance.
Massive opportunity, and he's just got to not worry about any of the outside noise about whether he deserves to be here or not, and he needs to come and show up, be a good part of the group. Pochettino has said the past is the past. He needs to show himself now that he is mature and that he's a good player. Skill set wise, he's one of our most talented players. Does he deserve to be here? That doesn't matter, because there are a lot of players that might deserve to be here or might not deserve to be here. It doesn't matter. What matters is what the coach thinks of you and whether he calls you up. So now that Gio is in, he has to show over these 2 games that he is a valuable asset to this team.
It was interesting. I love hearing the perspective of players on players, right? And the respect that you guys have for each other, but also you just get a real vibe and sense of who you feel good being on the field with. Christian Pulisic was speaking with Kate Scott of CBS recently, and he said something along the lines of, I feel comfortable. With Gio on the field, it makes a difference.
It does. And I know exactly what you're talking about. He said something about him feeling more relaxed, right? Because you have another difference maker on the pitch. You have Gio's here solely because of his potential, of what the quality is and his ability to be a game changer. And if this season plays out, the dream scenario is he makes an impression here, goes back to club. His fortunes change at the club level. He's playing week in, week out. He's healthy, he's fit, he's banging in goals, he's creating goals. Fine, that's ideal. But if status quo maintains, then he needs to leave an impression on Pochettino, this group, us as fans, us as pundits, that there's no way he can't be on the World Cup roster.
How do you do that beyond performances? What else do you need to do? What do we not know as fans of the game that you guys are aware of once you're in camp?
Honestly, man, it's funny because I keep hearing this part, right, about like some of the other skill sets that can get you onto a roster. And it is true, and it is valuable. But I don't know how you feel, Sacha. I never thought about that stuff, honestly. I am who I am, and I've always been comfortable and confident in who I am away from the pitch. I think my personality is what it is, and I hope that lends itself to a team environment. But I was always focused on the pitch. Like, let me just do what I need to do here, and if I'm doing well enough here, everything else kind of falls in place. But to your point, being a good teammate, like being a guy that's not going to be a cancer to a group, regardless of what your role is, because you don't know what that's going to be, just embracing it, celebrating it, and also being able to help use that in the right way to make the group stronger.
But, Kev, there were also guys that I played with on the national team that in the moment I thought, man, that guy's maybe a little bit selfish, or he only really cares about himself. But when the game comes, I want him in the starting lineup. Mm-hmm. I want him on the field, and I want him playing, because who's going to help me win the game? That guy. And so if Gio shows that on the field, that when he's on the field, the U.S. men's national team is better, sometimes it doesn't really matter what you're doing in your club.
His talent is undeniable.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Every single U.S. men's national team fan out there is rooting for Gio Reyna, knowing his talent and his ability and how he can elevate this group.
Yep.
Everybody wants to see him succeed. That's certainly the case. We all want to see this next guest succeed too. I believe we can welcome in a special guest right now to us live here alongside Sacha Kljestan, Mo Edu, me, Kevin Egan. Give it up, lads, for Tanner Tessman.
Hey, there we go.
Great to see you, Tanner.
What's up, dude?
Welcome.
How you doing, man?
How are you, bro? Nice.
What's up, boss?
Good to see you again. How are you? All well? Tanner Tessman of Lyon. Tanner, how are you feeling? Congratulations back in with the camp here, ramping toward the World Cup. How's the body, the mind, all good?
Yeah, feeling good, feeling really good. I think the team's really excited about these 2 games, and excited to play in Philly. Feeling good.
How's life in France? Tu parles français déjà or no?
Petit peu.
Let's
Mo,
go.
we should go, Mo.
It's only been a year and a half, I guess. So no, it's been good. I really like France. It's a little more upbeat than when I was in Italy. But me and my wife like our place in Lyon, and the fans treat us well. So it's been a nice welcome.
There's been a big debate in Europe. Where's better bread, in France or in Italy? Big question.
Who's debating this, by the way?
You don't think this is a big debate?
Sacha's
Who's
debating this.
people debate this.
Really?
All right, look, go ahead and answer. I never heard this debate.
He's lived in both.
I mean, I'll say France has better bread.
I'm
there's a
big
big debate in Europe, if you guys didn't know, about which country, Italy or France, has the better wine. No, in all seriousness, I'm curious about like what life is like though in France. Like, what are you doing on your days off? Like you mentioned you and your wife, you enjoy your place, but like, what are like if you have a day off or a couple of days off, how are you spending your time there?
Lyon has a really nice park. They got a free zoo, a bunch of stuff for kids. So a lot of times me and my wife go to the park and just get some outdoor time and walk around and spend time together. But to be honest, most of the time we're at home chilling or maybe go shopping or something. But pretty calm lifestyle, especially on days off, just trying to chill.
It's anything but chill, I'm sure, when you come here, because you're in a battle for these midfield positions right now. We've just been talking about some of the key guys over the years that aren't part of this roster right now. What an opportunity for you. How can you impress both on the field, and what do you need to do off the field to be just a good teammate to show Poch that you can be part of this roster?
Yeah, I mean, on the field, I think it's just playing my game and doing the best I can do every day, and not thinking about too much in the future or putting a lot of pressure on myself or anybody else. Just trying to play in the moment. And off the field, I think just being a good teammate. We have a really good group of guys, and just hanging out with them, getting to spend time with them, learning about their situation, and being really humble with them is important. I think that's what a lot of guys here do, and a lot of guys have played in the youth national team together and been around each other a lot. So also club level, playing with guys at a club level and getting to know guys. So, but I mean, it's pretty chill.
A little bit of a two-part question here. Just picking off of what you just said there, like who are the guys that you're closest with in this group? And then the second part is more about your position, because we both played in midfield, very different players. I'm curious, like what about your game you feel like separates you from the others in that pool of players?
Yeah, I mean, I think my closest friends here, I have a lot of really close friends in the team, but I think the Olympic guys have a special connection.
Yes, sir.
So it's we spent a lot of time together, and we went through a lot there. So it was a nice thing. But a lot of the guys here I have a really good connection with. My attributes on the field, I think something different for me is maybe my range of passing in the midfield. I think is something I bring that I'm not saying other midfielders aren't good at, but something I really try to do and try to put the attack on a faster hand with a long range pass and get the team going. So something to break pressure is something I bring to the table. Yeah.
Does Poch talk to you about that? About using what makes you good to help the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think he talks to everybody about that. Using your attributes to best help the team and understanding each other's attributes. Like any team sport to try to take advantage of that in our game. So yeah, definitely something that he's talked to me about and other guys as well. So
take us in the locker room real quick, right? Because I think as much as we talk about the seriousness, the tone, the pressure, and all that about this process and being in a World Cup team, there's also the camaraderie and how that gets built. And you need different personalities. Who's got the best banter in this group?
I mean, I think Mark's pretty funny.
Okay.
He tries to be pretty
Philly
funny. Tries to be funny.
Mo spent 2 months in Philly.
Yeah.
Philly
This
boy.
man's jealous, bro. Like, let me live for a second.
Yeah. J-Mi's pretty funny. He's got some funny things.
Okay.
Joe Scally's funny, man. His little group, Brennan and Gio, are funny. So different types of banter, but everybody has a good sense of humor, to be honest.
It's well documented, but there may be people watching that aren't aware of this. You could have been a kicker. You could have been in the NFL right now. You chose the beautiful game of soccer. Was there a sit-down chat with your family where you're like, all right, Clemson or go to Dallas and play? What was that moment like and the decision like for you?
Well, I moved to Dallas when I was 14, and I gave up other sports that I was playing to just play soccer, which was my passion. And then when I was committed to go to Clemson, the opportunity came where I could kick and also play soccer. And so I was committed to go there and was leaving and preparing for that. And then I went to preseason due to injuries with FC Dallas, and I guess I did well. And so the first team offered me a contract in it. I mean, I went to Dallas at 14. I was there for 4 years, 5 years, wanted to have this contract. And when it presented itself, it was obviously a no-brainer for me and my family. So the school understood, Mike Noonan and Dabo Swinney both understood that it was, my dream and my goal since I moved there. So everybody's very understanding and very supportive. So I think it was the right decision.
That's amazing. These guys are always making fun of me, Tanner, for my lack of athletic abilities, right? So they've put out a little, what do you call it, a T?
It's a T, yeah.
Would you mind advising me on my technique?
Yeah, sure.
Would you mind?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the guys
Brace
they're going to go up above here. I'm going to see if I can hit it up to the guys here and get some advice.
Give him some tips because we think he might fall,
All right, Tanner, let's make our way over here. I mean, I probably will fall, but what's the first thing here that I need to be keeping an eye on?
Let's just see what you would do, and then I can coach you after that.
Okay.
So
All
just
right.
show me what you would kind of do.
Okay, so let's give this a rattle and see what happens. I'm not feeling too great about it. I'm from a Gaelic football background. So I put it on here, yeah? Is this the right way?
Just do what you do, and then we'll see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Say you're kicking that way.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to kick it up here.
So you're just walking back like that. Okay.
So do I need a certain amount of steps?
Well, I mean, probably, yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
If I'm doing Gaelic football here, I mean, I'm taking a little step to the left here a couple of times. No?
A little far to the left, a little far away as well.
I'd
say come a little closer.
A little closer? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go,
And
Kev.
then
We got Sacha Mo up here. Oh, wow.
Field goal post,
All right, so I've
dude.
got to kick it through?
No pressure.
This is like 20 yards, by the way. This is like the easiest thing I've ever seen.
This is
Tanner,
an extra
you see
point.
the questions he's asking you? That just tells you where he's starting
All right,
from.
and just kick it.
And
Yeah,
just kick it. No,
just kick it. Maybe lean back a little bit. Try to kick
Just
under the
kick
ball
it.
to
Okay.
get it up.
All right.
Yeah, the NFL is so easy. Just
All right.
kick it.
Let's give this a go and see how it goes.
Hey, Kev,
That's money. That's money.
Not bad. Should we
we
move
go.
it back a little bit?
move that back like 20 yards.
Are
you serious?
I didn't know he had that in him.
Wow.
I didn't. I swear on my life, I've never kicked one
He's
of
been
these.
practicing off camera. Don't
I
lie.
mean,
Yeah, he's been practicing.
He definitely has.
This guy's a coach.
time. Yeah, right.
Well, you
Where
saw
do
the
you
way
wanna
he
go to?
ate that chicken sandwich this morning.
You had distance. I think.
Oh, he's taking him deep now.
He's got power. No, that's not even deep.
This is good.
Let's go. Hit it, Kev.
I don't know.
So, let's get the ball a little
Yo, this
more
man is
vertical.
over here. He's playing us right
He
now.
played Gaelic football.
So wait, how's the form? What do I need to like? Is there anything about the steps?
Hey,
So you were a little far back because
Okay.
you got to think about the ball's when it's under center, the ball's not going to be there.
Okay.
So that the holder's going to be sitting here, and there's going to be the line of scrimmage. So when they snap the ball,
Yeah.
you want to have maybe 1 or 2 steps to kick the ball before
you.
they rush
Okay.
to block the kick.
Yeah,
Okay.
So you don't want to be too far away. But you want to
here?
be. Well, you want to be enough to hit the field goal. So a lot of times, most kickers, when I kicked, I didn't do this,
Yeah.
but most kickers will start here, and they'll take their 3 steps backwards.
Would you mind kicking one?
Sure.
You can if you want. If not, no stress.
I'll
you don't
lace
have
them
to
up.
if you don't want to.
And then you want to take maybe 2 steps or 1 step to the
I'm
side.
gonna hold this.
And then when you kick, when they snap, you want to start running. The ball's not going to be there.
Okay.
Keep your eye where the ball's going to be. Holder gets it, and then you kick.
Okay.
Kev,
My
give
shoes aren't
him a
laced up.
snap, dude.
Yeah,
He doesn't know what that means.
Yeah.
do I need to do a snap? You want to take the shoes off? You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And no stress.
You got to say hike, Kev, and then he's got
Hike.
like 2 seconds
Got
to
to
kick
say
it.
hike.
All right, here we go. Hike.
Oh!
He's in his bare feet. To be fair,
Yeah. No warm up.
he's in his bare
The
feet.
power was there. Come
right.
on, Kev. Show him how it's done.
Was that wide left? Is that what you say? All right. So I just do it.
We'll do the steps.
Okay.
Start up here.
All right. Same again. 4 back.
3 straight back.
Okay. 3
Go
straight.
3
back.
straight
All right,
back.
This is proper coaching
Yeah,
here now.
3 straight back. And you feel pretty lined up?
Yeah.
All right, now 2 to the left.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Perfect.
Let's go, Kev.
That's it. Come on, man.
So hold.
Hike.
Hike.
That's not fair.
That's money, though.
Yeah.
Wide
I
left.
like that. That's
cocky.
money.
Wide left.
Hey,
go.
thank you. Tanner Tessman, what an absolute gem.
Yeah.
Seriously, we really appreciate you taking the time
Yes, sir.
to do this, to join us here. I mean,
Yes, sir.
this facility is incredible, isn't it?
Oh, they said this is for the second team. It's incredible, man.
No, it's top class throughout. And we
it really is.
are in an exciting time in MLS. I don't know if you've heard this, but we've had a schedule change. So for 2020, after the World Cup season, so coming up here in 2027, the schedule's going to completely flip. So we want to make sure we educate those of you watching right now about the schedule change. Check this out. Welcome to a new era for Major League Soccer. This evolution begins with a landmark shift in the competition calendar, aligning the MLS season with the top leagues around the world. The new calendar will see the 34-game MLS regular season kick off in July and run through Decision Day in April, with MLS Cup in May. Importantly, MLS will take a winter break that will see fewer games played in December, no games played in January, before resuming action with a select number of games in February. In the transition year, MLS will play a condensed regular season running from February through April, with the Audi MLS Cup playoffs in May. That season will crown an MLS Cup champion, as well as qualify teams for the CONCACAF Champions Cup. This landmark shift in the calendar will align MLS with the top leagues in the world, creates premier placement for an uninterrupted Audi MLS Cup playoffs, and better position the league in the global transfer market. This is a transformational moment for Major League Soccer and the beginning of a new era for our sport in North America. Welcome to MLS 3.0. Cannot wait, folks, as we welcome you back in here. Look at this. 2 brand new guests joining myself. Kev Egan, Mo Edu, Sacha Kljestan, Brendan Aaronson, Austin Trusty. Fellas, thanks so much for joining us. You're back where it all started, although it looks and probably feels a little bit different, Austin, right here.
Yeah, this is crazy. They did a really, really good job with the updates here. Last time I was here was with Mo, and it's definitely changed a lot since then.
You guys were teammates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the
Sacha said
reason.
he was a bit of a bully, was he?
Oh no, don't do that.
He bullied people.
Huh? I had him, Charlie Davies. I had Chris Pontius. I had Gooch. I had a good solid core of some vets.
Hey, Kev, how do you think they paid for this? They sold these guys and they just reinvest. Man.
Isn't this incredible, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. I mean, coming back here, we were just saying how lucky the academy kids are now because we were going all the way to King of Prussia. At least for me, it was better to play here because I'm closer to here. But yeah, it's changed a lot and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, how special is it to be back, like in Philadelphia, this area where you're from, just to be back here representing the red, white, and blue?
Yeah, it's amazing. I grew up 20 minutes away from here. It's kind of weird coming back and staying in a hotel and not really being able to go home.
Yep.
So it's a little bit like a tease, but it's still the Philadelphia air. It's just a vibe. I just love it.
Yeah, and same for me. Just I know that my family's going to be there at the game, so it's going to be amazing to have them here. I mean, for me and him, I don't think there's ever been a national team where we've been in Philly, so that's special. And like you said, it is a little bit of a tease not being able to go home and see everybody at your house, but just to be here in the area, to have people come visit you in the city, walk around and stuff like that, it's amazing. And we look forward to these moments.
Austin, for you personally, it's been a while since you've been in. This is a big opportunity for you heading towards the World Cup. How are you feeling, just for this camp and the impression you're trying to make?
I feel great. I'm in probably the best state mentally, physically, spiritually, all around. So I'm really confident, and I'm confident in my ability. I've shown it to myself, and it's just about showing it to everybody else, and just take advantage of the opportunity if I get it.
I'm curious, like for you two plus Matt Freese, Mark McKenzie, the four of you have come through this building, through this setup, not this building in particular, but this city and this setup, and now you're kind of like that example for these young players coming through. Like, how much responsibility do you take on that in every game that you guys play in, especially now playing here for the national team in Philly?
I mean, of course, it's a lot of responsibility because you're at home and, you want to perform in front of everybody and stuff like that. But I don't really think of it like that. You come here, and I think the best thing about us is, I think that the way we play is people can overthink it, but we just want to be ourselves, just go out there and play the way we did back when we were growing up here, you know what I mean? Play and have fun and enjoy the moment, having our family here and everything like that. So, no, it's amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's really powerful coming, seeing what the academy is today to where it was. I think having guys like the four of us come in and have the students and the young athletes really have people to attach themselves to, because we've seen every single high and low that they're going to go through and they can aspire to be. So really try to be those mentors to them.
You mentioned something I think that's really important there a moment ago about being in the best place physically, mentally, in every aspect of your life. What does that mean exactly when you really sit down and think about where you're at in this moment?
Really just train in the background.
It's Philly, baby.
Yeah, I remember that every training session. We heard this every training session.
It's really just confidence all around. I think obviously you can't control, everything. But I think, and I believe in God, but I think letting the control to a higher power let me just do my thing, be myself, and, take care of my ability. And whether it's spiritually, whatever. But it's really just taking the control out.
All right, we got to ask you guys, who is more Philly between the two of you? Who do you think it is?
This guy.
Don't you even dare.
This guy right here. I don't even like.
dare.
Listen,
He's from New Jersey.
I'm from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
from South Jersey.
but our Jersey, your South Jersey?
Yeah, South Jersey.
Our
South Jersey's all Philly people.
Are you guys allowed
Yeah.
to be? Are you allowing him to be a Philly person?
I'm the closest. I grew up in media, so it's like
Yeah.
20, 25 minutes outside of the city. But
No, I don't even say it. To be
cannot
honest with
claim
you, I don't even try to argue with him.
So,
I know
but
it's
when
him.
you meet people, say in Europe, do you
Yeah.
say you're from Philly or you say you're from South Jersey?
I say I'm from South Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've just attached yourself. You don't want no kind of association.
No. I do. I love Philadelphia. I mean, my fiance went to Temple. I was in the city when she was when I was playing at the Union. I remember going to her dorm and be at Temple and stuff like that, and being in the city. But I mean, I'm just a proud South Jersey guy. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
That's
All
fair.
right, well, let's dive in here on a bit of fun anyway, right? Dive right in as a Philly lad yourself. Let's just pretend. So Philly fanatic, gritty, or swoop? Mascots.
I like the fanatic.
Fanatic?
I was going to say I didn't even know what those
Yeah,
were. too.
fanatic for me too.
Okay, all right. So whiz wit or whiz without?
I'm American cheese. I don't like the fake stuff.
Okay. all
I'm
right.
actually with him on this one too.
I'm going to join this as well. I'm actually with them as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. The Wiz is not for me, bro.
No?
It's not.
Weird.
Wawa or Sheets?
Wawa.
Why?
I grew up at the first going to the first ever Wawa. That's right down the street from where I grew up.
Yeah, Wawa for me. There's like 2 Wawas in town. I can remember me and my friends just going to Wawa every single day, to be honest with you, riding our bikes. So that's definitely for me.
All right, aside from Mo Edu, who is the ultimate Philly sports icon?
Any sport?
Any sport.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Allen Iverson.
Ooh,
That's a
yeah.
great shout.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Dr. J.
I'm just going to put a little – I'll shout out the Phillies a little bit. I think Bryce Harper after this season.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe too.
But
Kobe's
he's not really
like,
a Philly
you know what I mean?
icon.
Lower America.
I would agree
Yeah,
with
I
you.
know,
Like, his
but
career wasn't
he's
in Philly.
He's
Yeah.
He's a
Still
Laker.
Sasha's
but-
from LA, clearly.
Well, I'm not, I'm
We
not,
claim
I'm
it
not
in.
even a
We're trying to claim
Lakers
him.
fan or a Kobe fan.
Okay.
So, but I'm just saying.
You're not a Kobe fan?
No.
You should probably just leave right now. Like, this is-
I'm a Shaq fan, bro.
Let's play some blind rankings then, will we? Just for the crack, right? Just for the fun of it. So the city you brotherly love, 1 through 5. You got to give us a number for these guys, okay? So 1 out of 5, blind rankings. Jason and Travis Kelce.
Just in,
As brothers, rank them 1 through 5. You don't know who's
As a
coming
pair.
next.
Oh.
You don't know who's coming next.
I mean, they might
might
be.
be 2
They
or
might
1.
be. Yeah, they might be top.
I think 2. Let's do 2.
All right, well, just to see what happens, we'll give them 2.
Okay. All right, Step Brothers, Dale Doback and Brennan Huff.
That's more of like a laugh. Like we can't put them more than 5. We can't. 5.
Okay, 5.
Okay. The Wright Brothers.
Do you guys know who the Wright brothers are?
I know that they're famous for something, but I can't.
Slash help them.
Yeah,
The Wright brothers, yeah, they
Yeah.
built the first
Yeah.
airplane, right? Yeah.
That's putting us on blast on that one. To be honest with you. We got to put them at 4 because we didn't even. We didn't even know. To be honest with you. That's how we got right now.
That's how they flew across the Atlantic.
Based on our
guys.
ranking.
Bruh.
All right, then 3. Then 3.
3, bro. We got to put on 1, bro.
All right, 1.
All right, we'll say a spot. Give them 3. Give them 3. We'll say a spot.
Okay.
Even though they're pretty.
So you got 4 and 1
It's
left.
true though.
You got 4
it's
and 1.
very true.
The Jonas Brothers.
Oh, they're
4.
going
4.
All right. So, and 5. What have you got left?
1.
Yeah.
In at number
The
1, you've
Aaronson
got
brothers.
Brendan.
That's perfect.
And you didn't even invent the plane.
Hey, number 1, I'll take it.
That's well played.
Fellas, before we wrap up here, best of luck. It's such an exciting time. Go and seize the opportunity, and thanks so much for joining us here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Seeing you guys.
Good seeing you.
Well, I do got one more question though, real quick. Sorry,
Go ahead.
I'm dying to know, man. You're in
ahead.
Glasgow now. Like, just what does it feel like playing for the second best club in Glasgow?
What's up? I knew.
I'm just curious, bro. Like, you gotta let us know. What is it
I
like
knew
playing
you
for the
were gonna try to
second
say
best club
something.
there? You know
Huh?
what I mean?
Is that what you think?
Just let us know.
Ooh.
I'm just curious.
Come on, man. You know the real answer to that.
Who's first on the table right now?
Huh? Taylor and now who won last year?
We can't live in the past, my man.
What? You're living in the past.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Come on, Sam.
We appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
This week.
Appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
the best. Brendan Aaronson, Austin Trusty. Cheers, fellas.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
So Mo wasn't a bully then, no? I really thought Mo would be like a.
Why'd you say
I'm
I was a
joking.
bully?
I'm pleasure.
I'm glad you told them the truth that I wasn't a bully.
Appreciate you. Cheers.
He was a bully.
I was?
I bully me every day. He was good.
Well, thank you.
I parked by your old apartment yesterday.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, we'll catch
Thank
up,
you.
yeah?
How proud are you?
We'll talk about
seeing
parking
Austin,
spots later
Honestly,
because we're
bro,
still
seeing
live.
Austin Trusty where he is today, and you saw him coming through as a young kid.
Honestly, and how do I say this? I would say I'm probably the most proud of him, right? Because when they all kind of graduated to the first team, Brendan, I wasn't there for as much of that. I saw Brendan more at the second team, and I remember thinking like, oh shit, oh wow, there's talent. This guy's a player, right? Mark McKenzie came into the first team. Matt Freed's not as much as well. But Mark, you could see it. Like, he was training with us pretty consistently. And then when Austin came up, it was raw. But you could see, like, physicality, that he had certain traits, but you knew he needed to mature. And so to see the way that this guy's just taken every opportunity that's been put in front of him, whether it's being here at the first team, going to Colorado, the move to Arsenal, that, like, his whole journey, I think, is a true testament to just his perseverance, his desire to constantly push himself. I love what he was saying there about how he's very much aligned in everything, from spirituality to his emotional
right. I love
control, his just maturity level. He speaks with a level of kind of conviction and authority. And I'm probably the most proud of him and the growth that he's made in his journey.
He just seems very confident right now that, playing week in and week out, playing well, feeling good, feeling confident. That's a recipe for success to come into this camp and make a really good impression.
Yeah, I remember commentating on Brendan Aaronson's debut in Major League Soccer. He scored, at Atlanta United, and just what a buzzer he was coming in and causing havoc for Atlanta's defense instantly. He's shone throughout his career, and obviously we wish him well.
Him and his brother. I remember when I was coming back from injury and I was training with the second team.
Which one?
No, right. There's a long list. Just you got to do a ranking of that next time. But in all honesty, and I was training with the second team, and this kid, when you're first coming back from injury, you're trying to just get yourself sharp, get yourself fit, and so to your point, the guy was a menace. Just like he was annoying, It's just his work rate, but that's what's kind of afforded him opportunities. That was the starting point, the foundation of getting training with the first team, and then that allowed his skill to show. But like his work rate, tremendous. Tremendous.
All right, fellas, we're going to learn a little bit more now about other Major League Soccer stars that are doing their best to be at the big dance, the World Cup, the biggest one ever coming your way. So let's welcome in Andrew Wiebe to the show here and have a little fun with you, Andrew, as we look around the world right now and figure out who's making it to the big dance or not. Wiebe, you there? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good, Kev. I got a little project for you and the boys once I get off here. It's going to be a blind ranking the top 5 sandbaggers of all time. Where does Kevin Egan rank, professing not to know how to kick a football and then just kicking that thing straight down the line? You guys ruminate on that a little bit while we're doing this. But yes, we're going around the world, and it was absolutely crazy. You guys are relaxed, kicking field goals, hanging out with the boys at U.S. training. They are so fortunate they are not in the muck and the mire of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, because all 3 automatic spots in CONCACAF are still up for grabs after some classic CONCACAF After Dark on Thursday night. Right now, after the results, 7 teams could still grab the 3 automatic qualifying spots. We'll start with Honduras. Last night, they had a chance, guys, to book their place in the World Cup. Tegucigalpa could begin a straight-up parade today. Only no. Joseph Rosales of Minnesota United, Andy Najar in the starting 11. They were in Managua against Nicaragua. They needed a win, and they lost 2-0, and that opened the door for Costa Rica. So, of course, Costa Rica, guys, fell flat on their face with Alonso Martinez in the starting 11. They lost 1-0 to Haiti, who all of a sudden are tied at the top of Group C and have a chance to book their place in the World Cup for the first time since 1974. Ask around those hallways in Philly. Danley Jean-Jacques, a big part of that win. So try to keep up here. The shakeout is that Honduras and Haiti are on 8 points. Costa Rica are on 6 points. Honduras' manager afterwards said, quote, Honduras wasn't even on the field. That's a big yikes. Meanwhile, El Piojo of Costa Rica got into a war of words with journalists. It's very normal after losses in World Cup qualifying. And everything's up for grabs there as well, Kevin. That's just one of 3 groups. You want me to take you through Group A? Can I do that quickly for you?
Please, go for it. Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. Panama, Carlos Harvey, Anibal Godoy in midfield. They need a win. They go up 2-0 on Guatemala. What do? They drop the lead. It's 2-2. They end up winning 3-2, but now they're tied with Suriname at the top, and they play Suriname. They play on the final day. It's going to be huge. They need a result, and they need help from Suriname. They got to beat Guatemala. And meanwhile, Andre Blake, another Philly guy, in Group B, 1-0 lead for Jamaica. They couldn't quite get it done against Trinidad and Tobago. Our boy, hot boy, Kevin Molina, he got the job done for Trinidad and Tobago. So now it's Curacao, a nation of 200,000. The island nation could book their first ever trip to the World Cup. They play Jamaica on the final match day. It's crazy, guys. Listen, the top 3 get in. 2 more will get into the Intercontinental Playoff. But right now, CONCACAF is on fire, and the fire will not go out until the final whistle on Tuesday. It's absolute madness, and it is the best part of this region, and one I'm sure that the U.S. and Canada are very thankful they're not a part of.
I tell you what, I'm buzzing for Danley Jean-Jacques in the position Haiti's in right now. I mean, who would have predicted that, Mo?
Absolutely incredible. I mean, this is the beauty of, an expanded World Cup, right? Some of these nations that have been on the outside and just been dreaming of these moments, the same way that we all dream from the U.S., Mexico, Canada standpoint of playing in a World Cup, and we have the, I guess, kind of confidence that we'll be in a tournament. These guys are dreaming of just having this opportunity, of just having this chance, and here they are, that one step closer.
I know Denny Bouanga, Andrew, has been banging in the goals in World Cup qualifying. Where's he at with Gabon right now?
Well, Kev, sometimes dreams die in painful ways, and that's what happened for Denny and Gabon. They needed to get a win to reach the final, to reach the Intercontinental Playoff, so there's a lot going on there. They were playing against Nigeria. There was some controversy in this game. There was a crazy VAR decision. Gabon, in my opinion, should have had a dead-to-rights penalty. Their player was pulled down in the penalty box when it was still scoreless. It wasn't given after going to the monitor. That was a heartbreaker. Nigeria went up. Gabon clawed back, but then in extra time, 3 goals from the Super Eagles. That knocks Gabon out. Denis Bouanga and his buddy Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will not be going to the World Cup. And then the game after that to decide who else would get to the final in Africa to get into that Intercontinental playoff. Nuhu and Cameroon lost as well, only they did not make it extra time. It was just added time. So that's a bummer. But I do want to congratulate you, Kev. Your boys, Ireland, big-time win in UEFA, just one of many MLSers doing their thing in Europe.
I mean, I was absolutely buzzing yesterday, tearing my hair out as we saw Kevin O'Toole and Andy Moran on the bench for Ireland as well. Just a phenomenal game. Ronaldo sent off for Portugal. It gives Ireland the chance to go on the road against Hungary in Budapest on Sunday, and a win would see Ireland get into the playoff. It's a long road ahead still, but absolutely buzzing. Weeby, stick with us for just a second because we have a special guest joining us here on the set. We want to welcome him in. Mark McKenzie, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, unexpected. I was just coming over to say what's up, man. I got thrown with a mic.
Grab a mic, man.
That's what happens, bro.
That's what Mo does. He bullies people.
No.
You see?
No. On that note, because we just had Trusty and Brendan here, and Trusty walked off, kind of leaving it in the air that I was a bully. Was I a bully? Tell the truth, man.
He wasn't a bully, but he was a big body throwing his weight around, mind you, we're like 15, 16 walking in the gym, and Mo was what's up, man? Him, Gooch, pumping 70 kilos,
Was Mo a good mentor, though?
He was a good mentor. I'll be straight with y'all. He was a big bro to us.
The respect is
he was
clear
a big
for
bro,
all.
So we appreciate it, even if you did bully us.
Hey, but in all honesty, we were asking the other boys as well. Like, this crazy, right? Like, just, I guess, speak to, how valuable is having this kind of set up, this facility for these young players coming through? You guys were at YSC and having to do the journey from there over here to train with us, and it worked for you. But just how valuable is this for these young players now?
No, it's huge. To be in an environment that teaches you what it is to be a professional, right? We had a small taste of that over at YSC, but then to step in this space where you have high-performance staff who are well-versed and have experiences from around the world, to come in and step on the pitches that are top-notch. And, yeah, think back, we were 70 guys squeezing into three locker rooms over in Wayne, and now they got tremendous locker rooms here. It's an incredible experience for the young guys, and the biggest thing I tell them is to not take it for granted, because this is something that is happening all around the world, but to do it here on home soil, man, you definitely got to make the most of it.
I want to ask you about this camp. When you come into every camp that you come into, but this one specifically, is there something that you tell yourself that you want to focus on specifically during this camp? And if so, what is it?
I think the biggest thing is kind of just showing the passion that you have inside, right? It sounds cliche, but not only and for me specifically, you play here on home soil in front of family and loved ones, but you're able to represent your national team, and that's something not everybody gets to do. So to combine both worlds, you got already that competitive edge and competitive drive in you, but to step on the pitch and showcase that in a way that helps push the team, I think is huge, and something that, I've really been pressing on.
To that point, right? Different things that motivate you, that drive you. You're a father now, right? Like, how has that changed the way that you approach sport, football, everything? Congrats on that, by the way.
Appreciate it. No, it's huge. It teaches you, like, there's bigger things in life, As much as I love this game, I'm playing for something more now. I'm playing for my little man. I want to leave something behind for him to say, my dad, he showed me what it was to have work ethic, to sacrifice, to give his all in whatever it was that he loved, and ultimately put his best foot forward each and every time he stepped on the field. If I can just leave a small seed of that with him, it's... Yeah.
So you're going to say, I saw my dad play in a World Cup.
God willing, man. That's the goal right there. So, I'm not sure how much you'll remember per se, but I'm sure the videos, if I do get the opportunity, I'll make sure I have them on rerun nonstop.
How do you balance the being a competitive beast in a moment like this while also being a good teammate, a good locker room guy, good for the culture within the group? It's got to be a fine balance at a moment like this when there's so much on the line.
Yeah, it's something where you want to create competition within the group, because I think competition breeds success naturally, right? If you have a group of guys who are all pushing each other each and every day, but also pushing yourself each and every time you step on the pitch, naturally there's going to be this feeling around the group of, okay, you know what? No matter who steps on the pitch, we know we're all pushing in the same direction. We have this understanding that it's not about you, it's not about me, but it's about the we. It's about the 11-plus guys who are going to all contribute in some way, shape, or form to help push the team forward. So,
The thing that I would ask is, every camp you come into it, you have a mindset of from an individual standpoint as well as a collective standpoint, right? Leaving this camp, beyond just winning the games or getting good results, like what would you say is the right step in the next step in the right direction for this group as you guys get closer and closer to being heading towards the World Cup?
I think one thing we've talked about a lot is not waiting for other teams to take the first punch, right? Wanting to make the first punch, wanting other teams to, every time they step on the pitch from the first whistle, it'd be we gotta play them again. We watch video and for 45 minutes straight they were, for 90 minutes, even if it was periods of the game, you're dreading playing against us. We looked at the Australia game and we kind of clicked into drive a bit late after they had laid some hard tackles, and it dawned on you like, we got to wake up. So I think that's one message that we've all tried to express to one another, like, as soon as we get on there, that whistle blows. Again, we're not talking about doing crazy, dirty things, but at the same time, within the means of the game, making sure that other team feels that we're here to play.
Is that more so with the ball, or is that more like tackles and aggressiveness and the press and all that kind of stuff?
I think in both phases, right? With the ball, being forward-thinking, being on the front foot, not playing conservative, saying, all right, well, yeah, we want to take risks, of course, calculated risks, but nonetheless, we don't want to showcase other teams. We're timid to play. We don't want to break lines because we don't want to lose the ball, or we don't want to take a guy on 1v1 because we don't want to turn the ball over. No, we want to have that forward-thinking mentality, and then off the ball, it's a matter of having that arrogance, like I've spoken on before, of not this I'm above everybody else, but this arrogance of like, I'm here. Yeah. I'm right here. You got to go through me. And if you don't go through me, then it's got to be the guy next to me. And then it's the guy in front of me, So that, I think, in both phases.
Is this your first time playing back in Philly since you left the Union?
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm really excited, get the opportunity to step on that pitch tomorrow. I'm going to make it worthwhile in front of family and loved ones out here.
Love that. Were you part of the group that met the Eagles?
Unfortunately, I wasn't.
I know that one's got to hurt.
I was just getting over it, man. You stirring up, stirring up the shit from the bottom, man.
Dagger, man. Look at it.
Man. But no.
How did you not get the invite,
bro? Listen,
family here.
Listen, man. It was powerful. You know what I mean? But happy the guys got to meet. Got to connect both worlds. I think it's always special when you touch down stateside to, have football meet and build that bridge.
Now we got to make that happen for you.
Hey, listen, man.
Hurts. Hey, come on, man. We got to make this happen for you.
Listen, please. Hey, I'm looking right there in the camera.
Look at the camera. Talk to the people.
Hey, Jalen, Saquon, all y'all. All right, I'm pulling up, man. We need that jersey swap. I got tickets for the game. All right, don't even stress.
There you go. Hey, wait, real quick. Amazing. I know you probably got to run off, but look, I've been, I guess, anointed the host for these guys. I have a couple ideas in mind, but like, where should we go for the best cheesesteak, in your opinion?
Okay. My nutritionist here. Best spot. For me, I always say the hole-in-the-wall spots are the best spots to go in. I feel like those spots that have a history behind them and it's not the mainstream. I think, again, the mainstream, it's cool, but the hole-in-the-wall spot where you look and you say, should I be going in there? That's where you need to, that's where you got
Mo doesn't go in places like that.
I know, Mo bougie now. Mo bougie, man.
Shiny places.
All these secrets. Come on now. People don't need to know all that.
Oh, man, what a joy it has been chatting to you, getting to know you a little bit more, Mark. Thanks so much for joining us.
No, I appreciate it. Sorry for interrupting what y'all had going on, man. But I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to meet you.
Seriously, I'm a fan, man. Congrats. Go get him out there.
I will.
All the best.
Do your thing, bro. Good seeing you.
Cheers. So I have to come to you on this real quick. What is it about the Philadelphia guys? The maturity, the personality, the likability. Yeah. Aaronson, Trusty, McKenzie. It just struck me massively by these guys.
I mean, they had good mentors.
Speaking of, I want to bring back in
Jim Curtin. Yeah.
No, honestly, I do think it is a product of this environment, man. Like you heard him talk about it at the national team level, where you're trying to, when you're asking him, how do you find that balance? Yeah, you're trying to fuel the environment by making it a competitive environment, and in doing that, it forces everyone to kind of grow up, mature. You develop individual strength, but it also strengthens the group. And so I can't take any credit for that. That's just them. These guys are who they are, and it's great to see them continue to blossom.
They're just good people.
It seems like Mark's becoming a leader of this team.
Yeah.
Just the confidence that he speaks with and how intelligent he is and how much he understands the group and what the coaching staff wants. I think that lends itself very well to him being a big part of the team.
Yeah, you guys have set the standard. I joke with them about you being a bully. Obviously, the absolute opposite. Mo is a culture setter everywhere he goes. Sash, you are too. So that was really, really cool to hear from Mark McKenzie there. All of a sudden, too. Let's jump back in with Andrew Wiebe. Wiebe, sorry about that. We had an unexpected visitor join us here on the set. So welcome back in. We want to keep getting the updates from you as to what's going on around World Cup qualifying, and especially jump back into what's happening in Europe. I believe Albania and Mirto Azuni have a chance here.
Yeah, Kev, if Ireland are fighting for that playoff spot, Albania have got theirs. They got a huge 1-0 win against Andorra. That means Serbia are out, will not make the World Cup. That's added joy for Albania. But Mirto Azuni got the assist on the goal, guys. Now they'll wait to see who their opponents will be. Basically, in that playoff in UEFA, if you win 2 games, you are into the World Cup. 16 teams will qualify for those playoffs, and 4 will get through automatically. Meanwhile, there's some chances for others to get in this weekend action in UEFA. First of all, keep your eye on Croatia. Marko Pasalic and Petar Musa are in action today against the Faroe Islands. A win or a draw for Croatia would send them through to the World Cup. And if you're thinking like, oh, Faroe Islands, this is going to be easy work for Croatia, maybe, maybe not. It was a 1-0 win, just a 1-goal margin for Croatia earlier in qualifying against Faroe Islands. So keep your eye on that one. And definitely keep your eye on Denmark. Anders Dreyer went to San Diego because he wanted to fight his way back into that Danish national team. He has done it. He is with the group. They have 2 games left against Belarus and Scotland. They're currently tied with Scotland at the top of their group. If they win 2 straight games in this international window, Denmark and Anders Dreyer will be into the World Cup. So a lot to keep your eye on in terms of MLSers trying to make that 48 team for the World Cup. And by the way, guys, I think we need to find a safe space for these former Philly guys. You can't have the possible bully asking them if they've been bullied. That's not how it works. So somebody get them in a dark corridor somewhere.
Don't do that.
I've worked with you recently, Mo. I know how you are.
These guys. And tell the truth. Was that not the best environment you'd been in? The most welcoming, the most pleasant environment you've been in?
Blink twice.
To be fair, it was a joy to be with Mo in Vancouver along with Keith Costigan. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to doing it again in a week's time. Love you, Mo.
I gotta leave, man. I feel.
Great stuff, Andrew Wiebe. Top class
fun, guys.
There around the world here in World Cup qualifying. We love you, Wiebe. Cheers, pal. All the best. Hey, we touched on something that's really important here. Anders Dreyer came to Major League Soccer with San Diego, an expansion team. Was not part of the Denmark picture when he came here. Now he absolutely is. Kevin O'Toole brought into Ireland. We're seeing this more and more now, that Major League Soccer is a place where these international coaches are looking at and saying he's playing well, that means he's in.
As it should be. And we've seen, I think Opta came out with their rankings of the best leagues in the world recently, and MLS is in the top 10. So, yes, our league is becoming more and more respected as the years go on. We get better players coming into our league, and it's a league of choice. And I think that coaches, if they actually watch the games with an open mind, see that the level of MLS is high. Anders Dreyer is the perfect example of it, an MVP candidate, getting goals in the last international window with Denmark. He is an asset to their team, and his confidence is sky high. Why wouldn't you be calling him in right now?
And the other part, too, is you see the translation. Right? It's not like it's happening in isolation where he's performing, Anders Dreyer, Mirto Azuni, whoever the players are, that they're performing in one capacity and not the other. It's translating. These guys are having success with their club teams. When they go internationally, it just continues on. The confidence is key. Yeah. Confidence is such a driver that allows you to play with more freedom, express yourself, and ultimately show off your top skill set on a consistent basis.
Is there something about having babies and being more comfortable as players, more comfortable within your own skin? Because it's something Anders Dreyer touched on with us on This Is MLS, Sash. We've talked with him about it before, and obviously we heard it here on the desk here today with Mark McKenzie too.
Well, I think it's just you get to a point where before you have kids, all you have is your career, and it's the biggest part of your life. And then you have a child, and then you realize... I had one moment where I totally realized it, and it was probably when my daughter was 3 or 4, and I was playing for Orlando in LA against the Galaxy, and we lost a heartbreaker 4-3. And I walked off the field, and she came down by the locker room with me in LA, and she gave me the secret handshake that we did. And I was like,
Vera.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm still sad that we lost, but she's just more happy to see her dad. Yeah. And it makes you realize, like, okay, yes, there is something more important. We are just playing a game. It does feel like life or death in this game sometimes, but it's not. And having kids, I think, just shows you that perspective that they're there, you're happy when you see them, the game falls away a little bit.
I never got to experience that. Excuse me. I didn't have kids till post-career, but I talked to Sacha and anybody close to me that did experience that, and I'm jealous in some capacity because of moments like that, right? It's kids give you that balance, and even in this career, right? There's moments where you're traveling a lot, or the stresses and the pressures are different, but you're traveling a lot, you're away from home, but there's no matter what it is, like it just helps to reshape your purpose, your perspective on things. If I didn't have kids and I'm in Philly, for example, I might spend an extra day after our work job is done. Now I'm on the first flight out possible because I want to get back home. I want to be there, and I want to, as soon as I walk through the door, the kids come running at me. And, those little moments, they help to reshape your perspective on what you think is the most important thing and just helped to give you that balance. I think you heard Mark talking about it there. You'll hear that same sentiment echoed across sports, I would say, as well. And it's just a beautiful thing.
And we're the lucky ones, married to 3 super moms in so many ways.
Amen.
And another super mom out there, there's no question about it. She's absolutely brilliant, and she's been travelling for us to check in on the Canadian men's national team. It is, of course, their former women's national team star. Kaylin Kyle, over to you.
Cheers, Kev. I'm currently standing on the pitch, BMO. This will be the opening field for the 2026 World Cup, where the Canadian men's team will open up the biggest tournament of their lives. It's about 4 degrees Celsius. Sacha, I'm going to let you do the math here, because I know that you guys do Fahrenheit in America. It's freezing here. But the fans showed up, the players showed up, and we caught up with a couple of them heading into the match. We're just under 5 months until the 2026 Men's World Cup. How excited are you to have a World Cup in your home backyard?
Very excited. It's the first World Cup in Canada. It's one of the first World Cup we all can go to, and we can experience like some of the top teams.
What are you excited to experience at the 2026 World Cup?
To see atmosphere, all the top teams that are playing here. We're at least getting 7 matches here. It could be like Brazil. It could be Argentina. It could be top teams.
So our Canadian men's team is in the World Cup. Do you think they can win the World Cup?
Yeah.
There, you heard it here first. It was an exciting match here in Toronto, Canada. Maybe disappointing result for Canada. Ali Ahmed going and getting a red card in just the 6th minute. But what it did show us is that Canadians have resilience. They showed up here on the pitch. They were absolutely brilliant, and they were delighted with the result against Ecuador that finished 2nd in the World Cup qualifiers, just under Argentina. All right, it was an incredible match from you guys. Playing down a man since the 6th minute, you guys showed fight, you showed resilience. What did you take away from the game?
Just heart. I mean, I think that's what this team has been built on. Everyone, we love playing together and we love working for each other. And when a man goes down like that, and whether we agree with the call or not, it's the next man up. And we just got to play it from that 6th minute all the way to the 90th. And I think we did an incredible job of that.
I love that you're looking around here. You're no stranger to playing in big stadiums with great fan support like the Portland Timbers, but the Canadians showed up here tonight for you, a sellout crowd. What does that mean?
It's unbelievable. Today was my 50th, and before the game I gave a little speech about how it was when I first joined the national team, and just to see how far we come. We used to give away 10,000 tickets to games. Now the stadium's sold out and people are fighting to get tickets, so it's just an amazing feeling to see how far Canada soccer has come. And I'm so happy to be part of it.
All right, 2026, we're just 5 months away from the biggest World Cup. Obviously, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Opening match will be here for Canada. What does that mean for someone like yourself?
Yeah, it's hard to put into words, what that's going to mean, being able to hopefully play the game here on opening day. To be, I don't know, it'll be special to have family, friends, wife, kids, everyone here. It's going to be truly a very special opportunity for all of us, and yeah, we're just all super excited.
All right, guys, as much as I loved being back in Toronto, it is freezing. I know I'm Canadian, I should be used to the cold weather, but I'm ready for Miami, so I'm going to head down there with the Canadian men's national team as they will be taking on Venezuela next week. And stay tuned, because we might have a couple surprises in store for you.
Oh, love that, Kay. Fair play to you. Top class reporting there. Kaylin Kyle from the Canadian men's national team camp. Tell you what, in their game, though, to get away from a game like that, down a man, 0-0 draw against a good side like Ecuador, it was tough night defending for them.
6 minute was the record?
Yeah.
That's dreadful.
Yeah.
we've all been in games where you've suffered red cards. You were talking about a red card earlier in one of the games you played in. It's an uphill battle, but it also does test your team. It tests you in different ways, your ability to gel together. They were playing at home. It's a great result for Canada.
I think it wouldn't have been part of the plan for Jesse Marsch and the way they set out to play that game. But then I think it gives you good lessons to look back on. You were able to keep a shutout with 10 men for nearly 90 minutes. I think that's some of the video that you can watch that you can say, okay, if we get into the World Cup and something disastrous like that happens, we've been there before, we've done that, we can handle it. So good for Canada that they got that result against a very good Ecuador team.
We're going to chat a little Mexico in just a moment. But first, you guys played together for so long. You were part of an Olympic team together. Let's have a little head-to-head here. Mo against Sash. You ready?
Quiz time.
Yeah, quiz time. Let's whip out your little whiteboard there and your marker.
I got the markers. Hold on.
We got boards. Let's do this.
Don't try to copy me now.
Mo, are you going to be able to hold everything there? Do you want to put your microphone over here?
Yeah, there you go. Kev with the assist.
All right, I've got my microphone for you, Mo. All right, ready for this? Sash, watch your microphone. Here we go.
Let's go.
First question, okay, in your careers here now. Who subbed in or out for you in 2011 against Paraguay? So you both played against Paraguay in 2011. Mo, you started. Sash, you come in off the bench. Sash, who did you come on for?
Against Paraguay.
Yes. Mo.
Did we win the game?
Mo. Where
was
did you
this game?
come off the field for?
In 2011.
2011 against Paraguay. Yeah. Oh, he's raging. Sash is raging.
Wow,
I don't really know this answer, but here's a gamble.
Have a gamble. Okay.
Oh, that's not going to work, is it?
I'll show you.
We already wrote it down.
No, but you'll understand when I post it.
So who I subbed in for?
I hope that's wrong.
I think I subbed in for Benny Feilhaber.
The game was in Nashville, by the way.
Okay, I remember it now.
Mo, you came off the field, and on came Jermaine Jones. Sash, Johnny Bornstein came off the field for you. So,
I should have known that.
nil all here in the head-to-head so far. So you guys rub those ones out. Here we go again.
Give us the starting lineup.
That was a good question.
This is tough. Our producer Pedro is no nonsense, man. Here we go. Name one of the two goalkeepers in that game against Paraguay for the United States. In Nashville back in 2011. Name one of the two goalkeepers. All right, both of you are saying Brad Guzan. Both of you, incorrect.
Wow.
Incorrect. Marcus Hanneman and David Yeldell. Wow. David Yeldell.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, Sash. It's the first time I've seen you stumped.
Shout
all right,
out
here we
Yeldell.
go.
Wow.
Can you name the amount of Paraguay players on their roster that play or have played in Major League Soccer?
On this roster?
Yes.
Name them or just the number?
Well, if you can name them, I might have to give you a double.
I'm not going to name them either.
A second point. Yeah, go for it. All right. Mo's going with 5. Sash is going with 6. One of you is correct, and that is Mo Edu, everybody! Wow. Those players are Miguel Almiron,
Get it.
Andres Cubas, Diego Gomez, Kaku, and Brian Ojeda.
Who was the other one?
Did you play with Kaku?
No.
He was a Sash replacement, was he?
Yeah, he was the
Something
replacement.
like that? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Who has the most goals in Paraguay history? Who has the most goals in Paraguay national team history? All right. Rocky Santa Cruz says both of you. Correct. Santa Cruz with 32 goals, meaning the winner of the head-to-head is the one, the only.
Wait, you didn't
Maurice Edu.
You didn't even say last question.
Doesn't matter. How's it going to change anything?
Because I would have tried harder earlier.
Yeah, all right.
Such a
Take
sore
that
loser.
L.
Here you go, Mo.
Wow. Good questions, hey.
Really good questions.
You don't remember that meeting in 2011?
I do now. We won 3-0.
Hey! How are you?
Mauricio, thank you for
Good to
joining us.
see
How
you.
are you?
Coach,
Great to see you.
how are you?
You have a spare minute or two. Thank you. Appreciate you joining us.
No, because we continue
Yeah,
Love
The
it,
conversation.
love it.
Yes,
a
sir.
little bit sad because I already know that passed away a very good friend of mine that was like my mentor.
Wow.
I think you know Xavier Ascargorta.
I'm so sorry.
Coach, 1994 with Bolivia.
Yeah.
Coach in the World Cup here in 1994.
Right, yeah. You,
Hold your mic up, please.
and this happened recently?
Yeah, now. Few.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
1 hour ago, we knew the bad. I want to send all my condolences,
Yeah.
my love to the family, and yes, it's a massive loss for me, for my family, because he's was like my mentor, no, like a
so
coach.
sorry,
When
yeah.
I finished my career like a player, spent a lot of time with him. He was capable to translate all the experience that he was using, living in his career that was massive, yes, sad day, but in the same way, for sure, he wanted that continue with my life and motivate my people, and we have tomorrow a very good game, and yes, always it's going to be in my heart, but life continues.
But it's always it's perspective, isn't it?
Yes.
When something like this happens in anything in life, it's perspective that football it can take a back seat at times, but also maybe perspective for the players that you speak with on a daily basis here too. That life goes beyond the game.
Exactly. No, I agree with you. And yes, now yes, to keep moving, keep pushing. I am very grateful with life to put him, Xavi Jargorta, in my way, and to find people like him. Yes.
I'm sure he's very proud of you and what you
No,
have
for sure,
become in your
for sure.
post-playing career and become a world-class coach. So
Yes,
for the
move
game
on.
tomorrow, what do you want to take out of the game tomorrow?
No, I think it's a different roster with a few players that join us for first time. I think it's going to be a different starting 11, but I think in all the week that we are working, I am very, very happy in the way that we are evolving. I think the culture is there, the ideas of how to play, the capacity to adapt so quick through from our demands. I think it's so important. I am so happy. I think we are going to face a very good team, Paraguay, that is a very competitive team, and then Uruguay, another very competitive team, and it's a good challenge for us. I think to prepare ourselves and then to give the opportunity to some player to show up and say, okay, we want to be in the next roster for March and then for the World Cup, and I think it's a very healthy way to be competitive and to show us the possibility to be part of the roster of the World Cup. That is the objective principle of all these guys.
Mauricio, the chat I hear is going wild. Everybody wants to know what's in your hand. Is this the the fans are all wondering what this is? Is this the big breakdown ahead of tomorrow night?
These are secrets.
No secret. We don't have secret. I think yes, we are going to give some possibilities to play and to see some association, different the possibility, to see how they perform. I think it's a great challenge, great opportunity. Again, a very good team, and I think you will see tomorrow that the starting 11.
So when you put out a new team or some different players, like you say, players that are getting an opportunity, is the result less important than perhaps some of the individual performances that you want to see?
Both. I think you cannot split. I think you need to perform and at the same time to get the result that you want. I think because that confirm that we are in a good way, or our decision, were good. Yes, because I think we want to win, and then we want to perform. But I don't know, it's to put first one or another. Yeah. We need to perform and win.
Yeah. When the roster comes out, Coach, the first name that stands out to everyone is Gio Reyna, of course. And so as we assess him, we're probably looking through a different lens than you. What can he do specifically that can stand out and leave an impression in a positive way leaving this camp?
No, I think we cannot afford not to give the opportunity a player like him with his talent, the opportunity to come and to to convince us first and to see him in a different environment. Because I think we are all agreed that I think he's a very talented player.
Yeah,
he's still young. Last year, I think he suffered that didn't play too much in Dortmund. Now he moved to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Suffered an injury too again. But I think it was a great possibility, now in November, to give the possibility to be with us, to know better him, and see if he can be part of this roster for the World Cup. I think after this it's going to be up to him, to show the possibility or the capacity to be with us. But I think it's fair enough to give the opportunity. Even you say to me, maybe it's a surprise that was with us because he didn't play too much from the beginning. But I think it's so obvious that he has an amazing talent. Yep. And in case to be fit, I think today is a great opportunity to support, to give a big boost and motivation to come back to Mönchengladbach and in the Bundesliga, and from here to March to show his real quality.
Mauricio, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks to Mauricio Pochettino, United States men's national team head coach. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Wow, very generous of Mauricio to take the time to join us here. And he just found out his friend, if you guys aren't aware of what happened, he just found out a very dear friend of his in the family and a close mentor passed away in the last hour or so. So thank you to Mauricio Pochettino for being so kind and gracious and taking the time. Did he answer any of the questions you had around Gio Reyna?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's hard to, from his perspective, to dive as deep as probably we want, right? But, I'm trying to key in and see if it kind of goes to the questions that you keep asking, like the things that happen off the pitch. Is there something that he's looking for more so specifically? Because on the pitch, obviously, it'll be identifiable, right? If he's impacting the game in a positive way, if he's showing off his arsenal of skill set, whether that's creating chances, getting on the ball in tricky situations to help break the press, connecting with whether it's Flo, Pepe, Haji Wright, whoever that number 9 is. Those are things that we can see, the obvious, anybody can see that. But are there things that he's looking for beyond that, or things that I was kind of alluding to, Sash?
I think it was just intriguing that the way he answered the question was saying we can't afford not to give him this opportunity because he is so talented. And so it's nice to see that he recognizes the talent, as all of us do. Now it's up to Gio, and he said to try to give him this boost, to come out of this camp with confidence, to bring back to Mönchengladbach, and then show at Gladbach that he has the quality, that he should be playing more over there and should be doing it week in and week out in the Bundesliga. What an opportunity for Gio. You can't ask for much more. It's in your hands. Take care of business for the next 2 games.
All right, let's dive in on the game then. Against Paraguay tomorrow at Subaru Park here. Sash, we'll start with you. I want to see your starting 11, the team that you want to see from the beginning tomorrow night.
So my starting 11, I want to stick with this 3-4-3 formation. I think Matt Freese is still the number 1 goalie in here, so I'm going to have him in the back. My 3 center backs would be Trusty on the left side, Robinson in the middle, and Mark McKenzie on the right. I think those 3 center backs playing together all have different skill sets, and I think they would complement each other. I want to see Serginho Dest. I'm excited that he's back in on the right side. Arfsten has really, cemented himself as the left wing back right now without Jedi Robinson. Christian Roldan, Sebastian Berhalter, I like the way that they complement each other as well. And then I want to see Reyna and Luna on the field at the same time and playing underneath Pepe, who has been, a good goal scorer off the bench for PSV, but I'm excited to see him back in, and I want to see him from the start.
It's a good lineup, Sash. I think I would probably have more of that in the second game. Those kind of changes, like Gio starting in the second game.
On that note, real quick, how can you start Gio when he's not seeing significant minutes for Gladbach? Is that not such a huge risk given his match fitness?
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but this is his opportunity, and I think that the coaching staff will want to see him for as long as possible. He hinted at some changes, some new decisions to the lineup, and I think that Pochettino will make that decision.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's why I think the second game is probably maybe when you see those changes. But I have similar back line. I just have McKenzie as a center of that back 3 and Miles Robinson on the right-hand side. I feel like Miles Robinson, when everyone is fit and available, that's kind of the role that he's auditioning for, is on that right-hand side. I have Arfsten on the left, Des on the right. The change in midfield, I had Tessman and Roldan.
Yeah.
And then Aaronson, Luna, and Flo. And then off the bench, I expect to see Pepe. I expect to see Gio. I expect to see some of the guys you had in your starting 11. I expect to see coming off the bench to make an impact. But I'm intrigued to see this midfield duo between Roldan and Tessman, which one is a little bit more disciplined, which one has a little bit more freedom to roam. But as he mentioned, different pairings, I'm curious to see how some of these relationships blossom over this next couple of weeks.
And obviously you have to factor in the opposition as well. It's well over a year now. It's a year and nearly a half since Paraguay have had over 50% of the ball in a game. Paraguay will be happy to concede possession. They're a tough defensive team. In many ways, probably good preparation for Uruguay to come on Monday, Sash. So in a game like this, you were the 10 before as a player that Gio is. In a game like this, you need ingenuity. You need a player like Gio Reyna to step up and make something happen.
Yeah, I think you need some players who are, first of all, smart and brave to receive balls between the lines that are going to be in tough positions where the game is going to be clogged up. They have to be tidy on the ball, ability to wiggle out of a few plays, and then when wiggling out of a few plays, the ability to then see a pass in the final third to try to unlock a defense and also be physical. With Gio Reyna, he has all of those qualities. So is he sharp enough to do it on the day? That's going to be the big question. But yeah, in a game like that, both of these games probably where U.S. will have majority of possession, you need your center backs. They're going to be on the ball a lot to make good entry passes, and then your midfielders need to be brave on the ball.
Yeah, Paraguay conceded just 10 goals in 18 World Cup qualifiers, qualifying in 6th place in CONMEBOL. You always need a good midfield, Mo. So our producer Pedro has put you to the test, the near impossible task here. It's called Mount Rushmo. Mount Rushmo. Who are your Mount Rushmo when it comes to central midfielders for the red, white, and blue?
Now, what I will say, it was difficult.
One,
it was difficult, by the way, because there's some real good contenders and some names I'm going to leave off the list that maybe have an argument to be on here. But anyway, first one, former teammate of mine, Michael Bradley. I think what he's done throughout his career, the way that he's kind of, in some ways, changed the way that he played, evolved as a player, really matured. I think he's left a lasting impression on U.S. soccer. The next one, Claudio Reyna. I don't think that one's going to be questioned or in doubt. What a player he was, the grace that he played the game with, the leadership he brought to the pitch. Another teammate of mine that I'm going to introduce, Jermaine Jones. I think when he came to the national team, he brought a different level of bite, aggressiveness. He wasn't scared to speak his mind, both in the way that he played, but also off the pitch and demand more out of his teammates around him. And then the last one, this one might be up for debate.
This one's obvious, right?
This one's, for me, he's in there, John O'Brien.
Whoa!
John O'Brien. And
That's not the name I was thinking.
It speaks to the tandem that him and Claudio had in that 2002 World Cup where they were incredible. They were excellent in that tournament. Claudio went on to be part of the best 11 in that World Cup. But John O'Brien, it's unfortunate that he didn't have a long career at the national team. I think just 30-some-odd games or so. A lot of injuries hampered him. But the skill set, the quality, guys here like DeMarcus Beasley, you talk to him about some of the best players he's played with, that's one of the first names they always utter out.
That's wild.
Fight me.
No, I'm not going to fight you.
Fight me.
The name you had on the top of your we'll both say it at the same time. You ready?
Okay.
Let's see if we both get it, because I couldn't believe you didn't mention a player.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
John
Tab Ramos.
Harkes.
Where's Tab? Where's John Harkes?
I mean, you put a guy in there that had 30 caps over a guy that had like 100 caps and was nicknamed Captain America.
John Harkes.
John Harkes, yeah.
Love John Harkes. Love John Harkes. Tab, absolutely love Tab as well. And listen, when I sent my initial
impossible task.
When I sent my initial list, and you can ask our producer, there was a line drawn between John O'Brien and a couple guys. Tab was definitely one of them, and it was a difficult task to really narrow it down. But again, I just leaned into that 2002 World Cup and how impactful that was. I felt like for me, watching as a fan, as a dreamer, that tandem with John O'Brien and Claudio Reyna was incredible.
This is the point. You do not forget World Cup moments.
Yeah,
World Cup moments are the ones that stand out the most over everything else. As an Ireland fan, going back the years of Robbie Keane against Germany, those big time moments that you never ever forget. What is your favorite World Cup moment?
Well, making Landon a hero because my goal was stolen from me in 2010. No, I don't know. I mean, I think definitely that whole journey, I would say, and that moment of celebration when Landon did score that goal in 2010 against Algeria was ridiculous, because I remember we got subbed out of that game, so we're on the sideline, just you no longer have any ability from an individual standpoint to impact the game, and you're just sitting there praying and hoping that we get one more chance, and then just the dramatic way that played out, Landon scoring that goal, it was everything. And then seeing the reaction, like getting a chance to see the reaction on social media, whatever.
This is what Brad Guzan and I were talking about this the other day, and he said to me, when you got back in the locker room, you realized how big it was back in the United States.
Yeah.
All the watch parties around the country, everybody losing their minds, from New York City to Birmingham, Alabama, everywhere in between.
I think at that time, Twitter, X, whatever, Twitter at the time was the big social platform. So just seeing this consistent stream of different moments, different videos with people saying, I was in this place when I watched it, here's the reaction, or, different watch parties and celebrities tweeting at us and just sharing it on the moment. It's the first time that I felt a part of the national team in a way that you felt like it really captured this country and galvanized this country in a positive way, in a powerful way. So, yeah, that moment's the one that stands out to me.
Yeah, that's the moment that stands out to me also. And listen, I got cut from that team 3 weeks before that happened, so I was still raw. But then as a fan watching that, and when I watch it back now, sometimes it makes me cry. How cool of a moment that was. But to bring another one to when I think made the biggest impression on me was at the 2002 World Cup when we beat Mexico. And just, the opening goal and then Landon scoring the second and just being like, we beat our biggest rivals in a World Cup. What a moment. Amazing. Yeah.
We're looking at some of the footage that's going to roll through here of the guys out in the training pitch. Sash, you mentioned 3 weeks beforehand. That is going to be several of these guys that will get told that they're not going to make it to the World Cup roster. If you could speak to them right now and just maybe what they need to do to get over the line, what would you tell them?
Well, I would say you just got to give your best in every single training session. You got to have the right mentality, and you've got to remember that in the end, the selection process is out of your hands. So the best thing you can do is just perform with every opportunity that you are awarded. And every time you have a training session in national team camp, that is your opportunity. And then when the game comes, that's the bigger opportunity. And you got to just do your best, put your best foot forward, and try to play with confidence. Easier said than done.
Yeah, how nerve-wracking is it?
Very. It's very nerve-wracking because you know that every national team, there's only, 12 to 15 per season national team games, and you have such limited opportunities to make your impression and make your mark on the team. And so, I think some players can let it get the best of them in the moment that they understand the pressure they're under, and sometimes it can get to them.
12 to 15 in a year, even less now, right? If you're a guy like Aaronson Trusty, for example, we had him up here, and he's now coming back into the fold towards the latter stages of this process, of this cycle. So it's like the urgency and the necessity to show well is even more so highlighted. So I would echo Sacha's sentiments. You hear the cliche of control what you can control, and that's the biggest thing that you can do. And I've been on both sides where I've made a team where I've been cut. And the one thing that gives you a little bit of solace in the aftermath, this is months after the fact, because if you do get cut, it stings and it hurts. Knowing that you controlled everything that you could control and you executed everything from your standpoint, you left it all on the pitch. Sacha's right. The decision is up to the coach, who's a better fit, who he feels like can impact a game in a different way, whatever his criteria is. But as long as you can walk off that pitch knowing you can look yourself first and foremost in the mirror and say, there was nothing more I could have done. I left every ounce of energy, of commitment on the pitch there, and then you hope that it goes your way in that result.
But a player like Aaronson Trusty, because we brought him up, a guy who hasn't been in a while, he should also know that there are plenty of players who come in at the last second and make the roster. We've seen countless examples. Julian Green was one in 2014. In 2022, I don't think a 19-year-old Joe Scally was going to be on anybody's board that he was going to go to a World Cup, things like that. So there are players in the 2010. I think Herculez Gomez and Edson Buttle got hot at the right time. Robbie Finley as well. Those three strikers all made the team. I don't think anyone was really thinking a few months ahead of time that they would. So there are countless examples, and there will be some guys that make the roster that have come in very late, and they've just got to make the most of their opportunities.
So final few minutes here. Make or break. It's a make or break camp. You've picked 3 players, Sash. Who are they?
Can we throw up the graphic again, or do you have them on there?
No, I've got them. You've gone with Gio Reyna.
Yes.
You've gone with Brendan Aaronson.
Yep.
And you've gone with Joe Scally.
Yeah, so, okay. Gio and Joe Scally, I think, are in a similar vein that, they went to the last World Cup. I don't think they've progressed in the way that we all had hoped they would, and this is their opportunity right now. So that's why I say make or break. You've got these 2 games to show yourself to the coaching staff that you have gotten better over the last couple of years and you can be a difference maker. Brendan Aaronson, for me, is one that's interesting because he's a very versatile player. He's playing a lot with Leeds. He's doing well. But as an attacking player, I need to see more out of him in terms of goals and assists and the way that he can affect the game in the final third. And if he can do that, because of his versatility, he can be a key player to this team. But if you're not getting goals and you're not getting assists and you're an attacking player, you've got to be doing more.
All right, Mo, your turn. 3 players, please.
I believe I had Gio Reyna as well, Aaronson Trusty, and Aiden Morris. So Gio, I'll start there. Gio, just to add a little bit onto what Sacha said, and I think I said it earlier in the show, to me, it's more so of if the status quo continues for him at his club level, let's just assume that, then his impression that he leaves here, it has to be insurmountable. It has to be undeniable. It has to justify and validate everything that Mauricio Pochettino told us about why he brought him in here, that there is potential for him to be a difference maker, to elevate this team to a different level and to give them a different dynamic. Austin Trusty, spoke about him because he's come into this cycle, this period under Pochettino a little bit later. It's just more so of use your uniqueness. You're a left-footed center back. You're comfortable on the ball. Everything he talked to us about being just really in this Zen mode, right, of this is the perfect moment, the perfect timing, the alignment is everything for him at this time. Use that to your advantage and seize the moment. Take advantage of this opportunity playing in front of your home fans to earn your right into that next camp and ultimately into a World Cup. The last one is Aiden Morris. And, the third one I was kind of toying back and forth with. I felt like it would be a midfielder. I think my list was like Tyler, Weston, Tanner, Christian. So Sebastian Berhalter, Aiden Morris, guys that are in that kind of realm, I feel like are competing for that last spot. So Aiden Morris, it's more so of just continue doing things that you've done. Yeah. You had a good showing the last window out, impressed to be here again. So now it's a chance to just make sure that you solidify yourself and get into that next camp.
It's such a tense time and it's such an exciting time as well for everybody. Tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock Eastern time on TNT, the US men's national team taking on Paraguay, a really good team, before heading to take on Uruguay on Monday from Tampa. Guess who'll be there?
Us.
We will. That game will be.
Three
we've got a
best
show.
friends that anyone
Our
can.
show is Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time, the day before the US take on Uruguay. So we cannot wait for that one. Join us on YouTube, and of course the Philadelphia Union. We want to thank you guys for everything here, for having us at this phenomenal facility, and we wish you the very best. The Union getting set to take on New York City in the Eastern Conference semi-final the following week. Do stay tuned to all our MLS social channels. And check out Club and Country coming your way this coming Monday. But for now, we'll love you. We'll leave you. For Sash, Mo, me, Kev, and our entire classy crew, cheers, folks. Thanks for joining us.